Hey folks, Andy here. This is just a quick video about something we've been working on at Engentica, and it's been a little side project for us, and I thought you might find it interesting. So what it is we noticed that most in-house or EMC test labs have a lot of test reports and troubleshooting notes that are typically buried on a server somewhere. Usually all of the experience and knowledge that's in those reports, especially the troubleshooting reports, it often disappears the moment the product ships or when the engineer that worked on that product leaves the company. And so as part of building Engentica, we ran a small internal experiment, and you can think of it kind of like a side quest. And what we did is we made over 100 synthetic EMC test reports and troubleshooting documents and ingested those into our semantic design model. And suddenly what that unlocked is that we can now talk to those documents. We can interrogate them. And so I can ask things like, I'm testing a DC-DC converter that's failing RE102 at 95 megahertz. Which engineers have experience with similar problems? And here we notice that Sarah Chen has worked on multiple issues like this, so we can ask for a few troubleshooting documents that Sarah Chen has written. And I can review those and go deeper, asking questions like, do any of Sarah Chen's analysis reports involve USB? And if so, tell me about them, please. And if I see something relevant, I can go deeper, requesting specific information on the types of fixes that worked for a particular product. And finally, I can ask complex questions that require multi-hop reasoning, such as describe fixes or mitigations that have been successful at resolving RE102 non-compliance failures at over 400 megahertz. And here you can see it's found a number of relevant products and documents, which it's summarized and also provided some key recommendations. And what surprised me is how much tribal knowledge is trapped in those old documents and how powerful it could be to ingest them into our semantic model and interrogate them for that valuable data. And the same data model lets us build things like this EMC test intelligence dashboard, which uses aggregated performance metrics across all products and all test sessions in our database, which is where we've ingested the test reports and troubleshooting reports into. And this is just using the types of information that you could extract from past test reports or export from your test automation software potentially. You can see pass rate trends, first time pass rate, how many test iterations it normally takes to get a pass for different types and configurations of product, and where your lab is spending most of its time. It's basically a view of EMC testing that normally isn't available anywhere, but could be very useful for tracking lab efficiency and tracking product pass-fail rates over time. So it could be a really good management tool. And so it can aggregate data such as typical failure frequency ranges and what types of mitigations worked to fix failures, and also to surface other useful information from the past. And as I mentioned, this isn't a product, it's just an internal experiment that we built while working on Engentica. But if your company has years of EMC test reports sitting in a network folder, this shows, I think, that there's probably a huge amount of hard-won knowledge locked up in there that could be useful. So I'm curious, would this chat with your lab history and an EMC lab dashboard like this be useful where you work? Let me know in the comments. If there's enough positive feedback, maybe we'll add it to the roadmap.